1st and 2. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordell Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. McCarron now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's McCarron. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the longtime Patriot. It's LeGarrette Blount. Dante Hightower on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run again with Blount. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it here with Blount. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Hey, 22!
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, McCarron. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's McCarron. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 8 yards on the completion, but now they... Face third down. Third down. It's White, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Danny Shelton able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly for 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run with Michelle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Open man, it's Allen. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now McCarron. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrett Davis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. To throw is Stanford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
From his own goal line, Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken from just outside the 30. And bulldozing his way through. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron to Michelle on the dump off. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now they'll throw it with McCarron. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been in practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Blunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Go. Pick it up. 21. Hey, go here.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
Go! Leopard! Go, Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
They begin with Michelle on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now McCarron throwing on second. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
McCarron on first down. And a dump off to White. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's McCarron to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And they will run it with Michelle. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. This call down near the goal line. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They come out here in the eye. McCarron keeps it. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A.J. McCarron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Switch it. Omaha, ready to move. Give me radar. Hurry up, get set.
On first down at Stafford. Over the middle here to Wilson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, here we go. Lights.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. On second down, here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's brought down. 19 yards that time for number 19. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blunt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. McCarron out of throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's McCarron. Goes underneath here to White. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll begin here with Blunt. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On 2nd down, Michelle. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw, it's McCarron. This is White on the screen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
No. Patriot!
a play fake. McCarron, he's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
New England on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Back now at Ford Field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Jack Christie left.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now McCarron. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCarron to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Sylvester Williams. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Michelle. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now it's Tate. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, but not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Blunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. On first down, McCarron. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for New England. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And McCarron now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. McCarron forced out to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for McCarron. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting a quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Following the penalty, Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Lions now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. Out to the flat for Reddick. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
10.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Stafford. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit. To step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room.